Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome to the Scarlet Cascabel. Or, more specifically, version 2 of the Scarlet Cascabel, since the first was apparently made for some competition, and they didn't have time to polish it all. But polish it they did anyway. And here's version 2. I know very little about it other than that it's supposedly quite spooky, and by quite spooky, they apparently don't mean has a bunch of undead. I've been specifically told that it doesn't lean heavily into undead for its horror. Other than that, I don't know much. Some random YouTube commenter, who was it? Visceral Vor, interesting name, recommended it to me. As well as the Black Frog, which I don't know if he doesn't realize that I've already played that, or if he just wants me to actually play the last couple missions properly rather than, well, never mind. I don't want to hype this up too much because I did that with the last few missions and they were not good. So, get right into it. Fortunately, this actually has a proper briefing, so I don't need to fuck around with making one. I'm seeing the Scarlet, alright. Is that Scarlet? Close enough.
It's about time I visited an old friend of mine. I received a letter from Gwendolyn, who used to run with Basso and me back in the old days. She's been lying low for the past few years, running a modest operation near the borders of Witchwood. She has reason to believe a famed artifact can be found there, and not just your average dusty relic. It's a long road through Witchwood. Superstition prevails that the woods are evil, filled with devils and spooks. You know, the usual. But I could use some quiet time in the country for a change, and the deep woods have plenty of shadows for me to feel at home in.
Alright, short, sweet, and to the point. Good stuff. Guess there's a double meaning to what he said about the woods and the rumors of the devils and such. He said the usual stuff. The usual superstitions? Or the usual stuff he has to deal with? Both, really. No difference between the objectives for the various difficulties, and no loot requirement. Which certainly implies that the objectives are going to change in short order. Which doesn't surprise me, considering the first one is meet Gwendolyn at the Salty Strumpet and find out what she knows about the artifact. Don't harm your contact. Yeah, no shit. Optional. Legend has it that a trio of jade idols were lost in the forest. See if you can find them. See if you can find a boat. Alright. Sounds good. Either this is going to be a short mission, which wouldn't entirely surprise me since there's, well, 2 missions in this. Or, well, ooh. Well, off to a good start. I wonder if I can... Ooh, yes! Off to a very good start. Ah, no, damn it. This is, for the record, as you might have noticed, for Thief Gold specifically, which means a few things. One of which that... But, never mind. I like these These woods are pretty neat so far. Does capture the feeling of being hemmed in on all sides by the thickets. Looks a bit janky though, the way it's melting into the stone. Ooh, I don't like that sound. It might just be the babbling brook. Yeah. Okay. No one truth. Do I have a proper map? Kind of. It's not terrible, even if I'm not really sure where I'm starting from. Maybe here? Wait, hang on. Compass. Okay. That way's southwest, so yeah, that adds up. Okay, here then. It's very stylized, but relatively legible if you squint. Hardly the worst map I've had to deal with. Hardly the worst map I've had to deal with this week, frankly. Ooh. Now that is a sexy bridge. Very nice. Bit too abstract for my taste, though. Yeah. But, yeah, okay. Can I get to that? Ah, not a real window. A hammer, huh? Could just be a regular hammer, or it could indicate hammerite presence. Chores. Need more ointment from the town. Pick up wicks from Slim while there. Replace lantern on village path. Gather some moss. Looks like you did at least one of those. What's my, 3 broadhead arrows, 2 water arrows, 2 moss arrows, 1 rope arrow. And sack of gear. What? Pardon me? That's odd. Letter from Wendelin, I assume. Garrett. The town guard here won't harass travelers unless they feel threatened, but there are some shady characters in the village. Armed men up from the city. Some may even know you, at least by reputation, if not on sight. I'll explain when you get here, but just be your usual stealthy self. Wend. Okay. So the guards won't target me, but some people will. Fairy fly ointment. How do you know if it's empty? I assume the feeling threatened part means don't go up to them and draw your sword threateningly. Farlan, did you see that feller that passed by a few days ago, dripping wet and smelling like moss? He claimed he fell in the river, but when he opened his pack I saw a pair of bright green gems. Just started to ask about them when the miller showed up and I had to go back to work. I betcha he found them gems right here in the forest. I heard rumors of ruined temples and such. Think I'll do a little scouting around. Marcus. Yes, these just seem like random townsfolk then, not hammerites. Guess I jumped the gun a bit. Fair enough. What is fairy fly ointment anyway? If I had to guess, probably something like fireflies, lightning bugs, you know. Ooh. Nothing up here. Well, aside from what I already grabbed. Wow. I actually managed to get onto it. That's a rarity. Okay, that leads all that way. So what's this way? Oh yeah. One thing I miss from Danger Quicksand. Oh. Okay. Well, maybe I shouldn't be hanging around here. Oh well. Unless, wait a minute, hang on. Oh, I see. I was about to say, this is just water, but no, it's water that actively prevents you from going up. How the hell did they even do that? Okay then. I thought maybe because that guy was I thought maybe there was a chance that there was something hiding down there. But no. Well, I had to try. Didn't die. Anyway, one thing I kind of miss from Thief Gold compared to all the Thief 2 missions, it's the jumping mechanics. They're always just like a little bit more satisfying, fluid, reliable, and it was a lot easier to build up speed using them. Hi. What does that symbol mean, I wonder? We may never know. Probably even. Hi. Elias Boomkin. How do I know his name? Anyway. Don't care about his body. I want the gem. It's like we're following a trail of pennies. Although these are closer to quarters. What in the... What the fuck is that? Some kind of crystal. What is your deal? Huh? Looks like he's gonna fucking shoot off like a rocket. Are you just decoration or do you mean something? I can't stab you because you can't swing your sword underwater for reasons. Okay, where the fuck have I swum to? Swum. Mill closed until further notice. I don't have that date on my calendar. When is that? What? Oh, fuck you. Come on. Seriously? Okay then, I'll just do this then. Ah. Here we fucking go. God damn it. Here maybe? Yes. Not. Okay. Nope. Didn't take damage? Okay. Technically, yes, but... Come on! Get in the damn window! Ah! This should not be this difficult. Maybe... Ah! You've gotta be fucking kidding me. Is this some sort of fucking troll map? I swear. But this obvious fucking window entrance and then just, nope, fuck you. Everything that you try is just going to fail for no reason. Okay, here we go. Maybe now? Nope. I'm not even jumping. It's just fucking... Ah, for fuck's sake. God. This is so fucking stupid. Jeez. Okay. And then there's this fucking entrance over here. It's not even like I'm not even supposed to get up here. There's perfectly good fucking entrances to it. It's just that specific one. It's just no, fuck you. Or not. Wait, what? Oh, you've gotta be fucking kidding me. All these fucking open windows, but all of them are just a bit too small for Mr. Fat fucking Garrett to squeeze through. Mill log. Odd name. It's a good thing I have the side business helping Wen move goods, since I have to abandon the mill. At least for now. It's been overrun with some kind of entity. Just a few sightings at first, but these spirits begin to encroach more and more. I have no idea what they are, but no one is willing to go back to work under these conditions. Come to think of it, this all started after Marcus disappeared. He's the only one daring enough to help me clear these things out, but he's been missing for months now. Did he finally strike it rich and move back to the city? Damn it, where is that blasted dwarf? Dwarf? Are we speaking literally here? Just fucking taunting me. Let me guess, I can't squeeze through that window either. Oh, but this door opens just fine. Oh, I guess I could have just gone through here. Ugh. I wonder if I can bust this open. Oh, hang on. Yeah. I hate it here. And there's... wait. Oh, joy! Yet another fucking window that I can't get through. Even though any even slightly flexible person that doesn't have fucking arthritis in every joint would be able to easily squeeze through. And people with arthritis in every joint would moderately difficultly squeeze through. And what's behind door number 12? Took me over, so. And nothing! Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid! Come on. Get up, you idiot. No! Why would you jump backward, you retard? Okay, I've got to get down without the guy deciding to launch himself into the river for no fucking reason. Why do you keep launching yourself backward, you stupid motherfucker? Just land on the ledge, you retard! Oh my fucking god! That should not have been anywhere near as difficult as it was. Builder's fucking nuts. No, don't think I can break that open. God, there's clearly stuff inside, but literally every sane way of getting in has just decided not to work. And the door might be hitbox issues. No, I'm certain this is a fake door. We are not getting off to a very good start, mechanically speaking. This is stupid. There's clearly stuff in there, but every single method that should obviously work, and some that are and many less obvious ones are have just decided to say no, fuck you. We're just going to just eat shit and die. Don't see why this would work, but oh, of course that's metal. But that's not bloody impossible to tell. And no, fake windows. Yeah. Heck was that? What the heck is this? Don't tell me that's supposed to be a waterfall. Please don't tell me that's supposed to be a waterfall. I really hope that's just, like, some sort of big-ass plant that's extending down into the water. Come on. Ah, I hate this so much. It's just designed... These stupid areas are designed in such a way that I just get caught on the fucking lip. And I'm technically on there, but it's just literally impossible for me to... Get up, you stupid bastard! Everything is just not just designed in such a way as to make it as inconvenient as possible. Like these tiny little mounds that are that take 50 times as long to walk up as they should. Okay, but hang on. There's still some stuff I haven't seen. Like, what's up there? Are those the fairy flies? That looks vaguely moss-like. No, that's apparently solid stone. Guess that explains what... Are those the same thing as that were in the water earlier? Hopefully. That would mean that wasn't supposed to be a waterfall. Man, it's a good thing. It's a good thing Thief has such a robust save system for like 50 different reasons. Oh, that's another one of those. For like 50 different reasons, obviously, but... Is this the way I went before? Yeah. If it was one of those stupid fucking games that I've played where they have like ultra restrictive save systems, because fuck you, then actually using rope arrows especially when you only have like one of them, would be absolutely dick-rippingly frustrating. And not to mention some other things. Such as mantling, for one. That's one thing I really respect about the people that made Thief. Their humility, is perhaps the word for it. Because ultimately, the whole thing of putting restrictions on the saves is ultimately an act of hubris. An enormous amount of hubris, in fact. You're basically saying that your game is perfectly designed. Because otherwise... Because save systems are ultimately, first and foremost, because save systems are ultimately beyond their mundane uses of just saving where you were last so that you can shut it down and come back later. They are a lifeline. So that whenever something... And when you strip away that lifeline, or heavily restrict it, which is more or less the same thing, you are saying it is an act of sheer fucking arrogance to saying that, no, you will never need this lifeline because my game is perfect. And you will never get fucked over by stupid bullshit. And there are other aspects to it, of course. For instance, the ability to save at specific moments so that you can go back and relive them later. You're also stripping that away when you restrict saves. But yeah, ultimately, it's stripping away the save system is, among other things, a promise of perfection. And a promise that will inevitably be betrayed. Between game breaking or even just game ruining glitches, mismanaged design, poorly thought out stuff, and just straight up bad ideas, there will always be good reasons to load a save. There's a myriad of other things I could say about why that sort of thing is a stupid fucking idea. But I could talk for hours and hours about that. I have, in fact. Never. Anyway. Durkin, stop shooting arrows at the squirrels. The town can't afford to keep buying arrows to replace the ones you lose in the trees. And keep a sharp eye out. Let me know if more of Lash's men enter the village. Don't try to stop them yourself. Remember what happened to Fergus. Also, call me Doogie one more time and you die! Dougal. Understandable. At least I got my lockpicks. Oh, that was easy. $5. Thanks. Really impactful. Don't mind me. Just robbing you guys blind. Not that you had much to begin with, but oh well. Are you stuck? No, doesn't look like it. Let me see. Will he notice if I shoot an arrow into this? No, okay. Not sure if that was because he was far enough away that he didn't hear it, which is entirely plausible. These aren't very loud. Or if he just doesn't give a shit. Well. Yeah, nothing up here. I'm not surprised. Ooh, another nice bridge. I like the bridges so far.
We're gonna teach you a lesson, Garrett.
Oh, those with me, those bozos. All right. Those must be, what's his name's, man. They said a minute ago, but I've already forgotten. What the fuck are those noises? Come on. Come on. I clearly mantled.
Did I just see what I think I saw?
Ah. Don't tell me I'm gonna get detected because it decided not to mantle. Wow, this place is completely illuminated. These fucking little glowing mushrooms are the worst. I don't even like them in Terraria. I prefer drinking honey. Or eating honey fins, for that matter. Granted, I can respect them for historical reasons, much like the grappling hook, but also like the grappling hook, there are just far better options. They're not quite as outclassed as the grappling hook, I admit. What? Okay. I swear there's something in there, but it might just be a dot. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, few things in Terraria have had the kind of fall from grace as the grappling hook. I mean, first it was basically 100% necessary, since it was not only a solid item, but the only upgrade to it required it. Then it was made so that the upgrade no longer requires it, and so it was kind of superseded by the Ivy Whip, which was arguably quite a bit easier to get your hands on due to drop chances and such. Having to fight, I mean, piranhas are easier to fight than the jungle enemies, but drop chances make fools of us all. And then with every update, more and more alternatives were added, and literally every single one of them was just an objectively better version of the grappling hook. And so now it's just completely worthless. And there's basically zero reason to ever make it, much less use it. It's fucking tragic is what it is. I don't understand it. I don't either. No one's buying my latest work. Gwendolyn from the Salty Strumpet said it might be too abstract. What does that even mean? Good question. The proprietor at the hotel commissioned copies of the family portraits. I don't know what he plans to do with the originals, though they must be worth a lot of money. They were painted by Beauregard, that amateur. It took me no time at all to copy the originals. I even added my own distinctive style at no extra charge. I have them on display in the gallery now, and I can't wait for the proprietor to see them. I know he's going to love them. He's always liked my work. He even called it avant-garde once. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds sophisticated. Maybe if he likes these, he'll become something of a patron. I might even become famous and have a studio in the city. Wouldn't count on that. He's probably... he probably needed copies of them to as part of some sort of art... some sort of art scheme. And might be very unhappy to learn that you've not been wholly faithful. Maybe. I might be jumping in nothing. I guess this. Alms box. Rope that doesn't work.
Nay, our
Hi.
walls be cut from the thickest stones, our gates be wrought from full iron. Any who pits his strength against their strength shall smash himself with his own.
Ah!
Even
Shit!
as the fruit falling from a...
Oh. I didn't realize he was actually hostile.
Nay, our walls
I'm not entirely certain why.
thickest stones, our gates be
But okay.
wrought from full iron. Any who pits his strength
Are you hostile?
their strength shall
No.
smash himself with his own effort, even as the fruit falling from a tree dashes itself.
Not sure why that guy was then. Maybe he didn't like me making noise.
That men without belief do soften and fail, rough and rude. 'Tis true, and till then, misfortunes are a mirror for our blessings.
That was weird. The voice lines overlapped there. So he was still dictating for a moment while he was doing his knockout gurgle thing. Something up there? Probably not. But I don't gamble on probablys. Not when they're not in my favor. Ooh, hello. I wasn't gambling on that either. Ah, that's what the rope leads to. I suspected as much. Holy water. Uh-oh. That's ominous. Finding holy water in a level generally implies needing holy water in a level. Or at least it being in some way useful. What was that? That was like 55. No, just 50. Okay. Okay. Got a bit of loot and ooh. A key? "'Tis so infuriating. I can scarce believe the gall of that woman. She hath made it no secret that she believeth me a religious fanatic. Verily, she didst call me a close-minded zealot once." Wouldn't it be closed-minded? Whatever. "And hast the temerity to imply that the builder was not the god of all men. What prompted her to open a fortune-teller's shop next to our little chapel? The new novice hath arrived. He be a strange lad who doth wear his pride like a mantle, and is ill equipped to follow the path of the builder. In evidence thereof, he hath taken a room at the tavern, that den of thieves and wanton revelry. I am convinced the innkeeper purveyeth more than spirits. Ooh, you think he also purveyeth spirits? Let's put you to bed. Anyway. It's not like there's a room here. And people staying in taverns is a time-honored tradition. Because obviously, the existence of, like, inns and such tends to be greatly overstated in medieval media. Generally, people would just be put up in wherever there was a room, which might be a tavern, or it might just be some random person that happens to have a room. Dear Brother Grimold, your presence is required tomorrow to discuss a certain business arrangement of which you are in outstanding arrears. I will send my personal security guard as your escort to ensure you do not forget our appointment. Sincerely, S/Esquire. Interesting. Anyway, yeah. Fortune tellers. It's funny. For people like that, superstitious law with their fortune telling and card and tarot and what have you, they'll be the first to accuse people of being closed-minded. But when they are have their minds so utterly shut to anything that even slightly disagrees with their view of the world. Are there snakes in there? Maybe spiders. Yeah, spiders, definitely. Why are there spiders? Hi. Shit. Those look odd. One's already dead. Ah! That was a weirdly quick spider. What the heck is going on down here? What's with the... That's an odd design with the bars like that. Okay, for a moment I thought it hadn't died. Wouldn't put it past him. Where the heck even am I? Oh. Well, there's all my broadhead arrows refunded. Alright. Oh. That's pleasant. That was probably the one that killed that corpse over there. I hear something. More spiders, maybe? Ah, this must be the fortune teller's place. There are very... I'll be the first to admit that magic is around. Strange magic. But this is mundane shit. If this person could actually see the future, she sure wouldn't be a fucking fortune teller, now would she? Ooh. And she'd have a lot more cash at hand. Or she'd be off righting the wrongs of the world or whatever. Point is, there's a million ways to use the genuine ability to see the future, and none of them look anything like the classical fortune teller. It's an obvious con. The only question is whether they believe their own lies, which is always a toss-up. Or, indeed, believe that they believe them, which is a very different thing. My dearest Mabel, I'm so infuriated. I can't believe the gall of that man. Heh, that sounds familiar. Brother Grimwald has made it no secret that he thinks I'm an unholy heathen. He actually called me a pagan once, and implied that I worship the trickster. His latest inanity is that he thinks I'm a necromancer and want to raise the dead. I wouldn't pay any heed to such a close-minded zealot, but lately he has taken to camping outside my door and keeping customers from entering. If I can't find some way to make him leave, I'll go out of business. Good. Why did I ever open a shop next door to a Hammerite chapel? Good question. Unfortunately for you, while the good Hammerite fellow might not have quite the knowledge that I do to recognize the obvious, how much of an obvious scam this is, he's no fool. He recognizes that there's something wrong with all, that there's something fucked about all this. Or maybe he does recognize it and just thinks that you're a pagan pulling a scam. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of the people pulling cons like this were in fact pagans. I mean, they do worship the trickster after all. I can only imagine that the kind of skills and indeed magics that they have access to would be well suited to the trade of a con artist. Picks, shovels, pans. Find glory and riches in the heart of Witchwood. Don't leave your little uns crying for papa. Make them smile because you have quicksand insurance. Inquire within. Quicksand insurance. You know, quicksand isn't nearly as hard to get out of as people would have you believe. I mean, maybe it is in this world, but in the real one, as long as you don't just, as long as you keep your wits about you, it's pretty easy to get out of. It might take a bit, but it might not. It might be a bit slow. It might not be the fastest process, depending on how far you sunk into it by the time you get your wits about you, but I wonder. Can I sneak it? Can I go? Not like that, I can't. Can I go intruder window? If there is a window, I don't know. Oh, you idiot! Okay, cut yourself, good. Really did a good job with the night sky. It's a small thing, but... Ah, no. No way I can get through those windows. Oh, shit. Oh, guess I'm fine, okay. Fair enough. Is that a coin? 2 coins, actually. Did someone just get alerted? Nah. Not fully, anyway. What's that? Can't grab whatever's in her hand. Apparently that's a tavern wench. Okay. Alright. Hi. Don't mind me, just robbing you blind. Or maybe you don't have any more. Dear Janelle, I've arrived at a little village outside Witchwood Forest. The scenery has been breathtaking, but the trek through the forest was unsettling. Such an eerie and unnerving place. I was relieved to finally see the lights of the village through the gloom of the trees. I found a room at a local tavern, and may remain here for a few days before continuing my journey. I hope this letter finds you well. Flannan. Okay. Come on. No, you don't got any. Oh, wait. Hang on. $5, thanks. Real helpful. How dare you not have more for me to rob? How dare you? Evening. I find it kind of funny that it seems like the easiest way to figure out what a person is called is to whack them over the head. Tavern patron. You guys not care? Guess you don't. Evening.
You took your sweet time getting here, Tapper.
Hey, Wend.
Oh.
Running the town yet?
It's good to see you, Garrett. I hear Basso's making quite a name for himself as a safecracker out in the city. Too bad about Cuddy, though.
Yeah, I should tell you about that later.
Hey, listen, I don't think we should talk here. I have a room for you upstairs. Why don't you go drop off your gear, then meet me in my office? It's downstairs in the basement.
All right.
This vaguely feels like a trap, but okay. What better to do than to spring the trap? A nice little candlelit dinner of half a loaf. Why are all the loaves half anyway? I guess that's what the sack of gear was about. Come on. Nah, damn. I can't even steal their food. This is an outrage. Relinquish your cares at the Blackwell. Are you weary from travel? Now I'm just weary. Are you tired of your fine leather shoes being worn on country cobbles? No, I'm just tired. Have you had enough of the local color? No, I've just had enough. The Blackwell is an elegant country retreat equipped to meet the needs of the discerning traveler. Come relieve your weariness in the lap of luxury. Sojourn at the Blackwell. Missing. Have you seen Marcus? He was last seen on the mill path in early first bloom, whatever that means. He is a swarthy fellow of very short stature, wearing a greasy brown leather jerkin and black leggings with a rip in the left knee. Always wears a green felt hat with a wide brim and a cock's feather in the band, and carries a cheap green and gold horn. If you have seen him, or have any news of his whereabouts, contact Dougal of the Town Guard. Dougal? Whatever. Murder and Mayhem at DePerrin Books. The latest issue of Intrigue in Alldale has arrived. Oh, okay. I thought there had been a massacre there. Another shocking tale of greed, deceit, scandal, and chicanery awaits your reading pleasure. Get your copy while supplies last. Only at DePerrin Books. That's a weird looking thing. At least it informs you that yes, there is absolutely nothing down the hole because it's not an actual hole. Yellow? Oh. Finally, I get to steal some of this food. Menu: deer loin with rosemary jelly, roast gosling glazed in honey butter, house pottage. See if the grocer has more of the last fall cabbage. They're small but full of flavor. And pay the miller for some parsnips. They're the best I've tasted. Alright. That was an awfully large looking loaf. I don't know what a looking loaf is, but that was a large one. Ooh. Rooting around in her vents before actually talking to her. Okay. I don't think I can shoot through that. And even if I could, I doubt I can hit that. Nah. Evening. Don't mind me just casually robbing you. Office. Just want to make sure I have a quick way out, just in case. Yes. Perfect. It's above an old mine shaft. That's interesting. What's this? Staff, please take note of the supplies needed for the week. What about the supplies needed for the strong? And check with the other town vendors to see if we can go in together. The miller has offered to pick them up as he's already making regular runs into Fog Hollow. Okay. Hi. Well, you're looking awfully... Well, I wouldn't call it scarlet, but red-ish, at least. Speaking of which... It's called Scarlet Cascabel. Is that Cascabel as in the... As in like a sleigh bell? The pepper? Or as in the knob at the end of a cannon? Maybe all three. I don't know. Hey.
You probably want to know about the item you came all this way for.
Actually, I want to rob you.
You already know about the long-lost Ouroboros, since you already acquired one of them, the Serpentile Twerk.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
right.
found it laying around in the old quarter.
The old haunted
This is
cathedral.
the one they call
Right.
the Scarlet Cascabel, said to be the most valuable. But you've got competition. A gentleman thief who calls himself Nightingale was in here bragging about going after
Gentlemen thieves. Fuck them.
Nightingale,
Pretentious
huh?
twats.
That guy.
it. Well, after plying him with some wine, he showed me a chunk of stone tablet that appears to be genuine. I contacted you because this job requires a master thief.
Interesting.
Up the canyon, there's a hotel called the Blackwell. It's becoming popular with nobles trying to escape city life. It was once the ancestral home of the Blackwell family, but stood vacant for generations until the current owner, also a Blackwell, restored it and turned it into a hotel. That's where the Cascabel is supposed to be. There's a footpath from town that leads to the hotel entrance. You might be a little out of place there, so maybe you shouldn't waltz right through the front door.
I'll keep that in mind.
My cut of this job is I need a favor from you. There's a local moneylender named Lash who is trying to muscle in on my business. I need some information on him that I can use to get him off my back. There must be something. No one moves to this town unless they have something to hide. If you can find something, bring it here to my office. Here. I managed to swipe this key to his cellar.
You don't ask for much, do you? All right. I'll see what kind of dirty little secrets our friend is keeping.
Alright. What the? Fucking phased right through that. Alright. Yep, here we go. Find some dirt on Lash and leave it in Wendellin's office. Find a map of the hotel. Steal 1,500 in loot. Steal the Jade Idols. And get some gear. Sounds good. So, a gentleman thief, huh? Sounds like a real pretentious twat. I don't believe he'll be any real competition, oh no. He might be a gentleman thief, but I am a thief. I don't believe the outcome will ever be in doubt. But I guess we'll just have to see. Next time. So until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
You're gonna be okay, kid.